Hello, world. My name is Amanda. I am 35 years old. I live in a town in New Hampshire, city rather, and grew up right over the border in Maine. And I am going to do a video blog of myself going through the True Cellular Detox program. Today is day one, and it begins with a prep phase, which is a 30-day. Each phase is 30 days, and comes in this nice box here. You get a morning and evening to help you keep track. So each day comes with all the supplements right in one little pack. And let me tell you a bit about why I'm doing this. I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis when I was 22, and last summer was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. But I've been on a journey of wellness for a long time, trying to figure out not just what's going on with my digestive issues, but as you can probably tell a little bit, that a lot of this has affected my skin. And if the lighting were a little bit better, you could probably see that I, have a lot of underlying redness. And, been to plenty of different primary care physicians and gastroenterologists. And the most recent one, I went to a DO thinking that maybe they'd have a little different perspective than an MD. And I said, Doc, I just want to figure out what's causing all this inflammation. And he said, well, if we can figure that out, we can solve all the autoimmune diseases in the world. And to me, it just kind of sounded like he had given up. And that it was frustrating, if anything, because I feel like me as a regular person wants to know more than why isn't this person who's practicing medicine wanting to know more and wanting to get to the bottom and not just, handing out drugs. And, I have a lot of my own theories of the drug companies and, the FDA and the fox watching the hen house and who's paying who. And I'll try not to get into too much of it, but I feel like there's a lot of good natural things that God provided for us that shouldn't be messed with. I try to buy organic. I try to buy non-GMO. And, people have said to me, oh, it must be nice to, afford buying organic. And I build it into my budget. I don't have the latest phone. I drive a used car. I live with 2 roommates to keep my housing costs down, because eating well is important to me. Now, don't get me wrong. I love mayonnaise. I love steak. I love chips. So I'm definitely not, the perfect eater by any means. But when you think about, foods being modified at the cellular level, it just doesn't seem right to me. You shouldn't be messing with what God has created. So, I've been seeing a chiropractor for a long time. I was injured through sports in high school. And my most recent chiropractor, he, had some of his own health challenges. So he started going to, looking for solutions for himself and something that he could potentially introduce to his patients. So he started his own True Cellular Detox journey a couple weeks ago, and he's very excited. And I just kind of feel like at this point in my life that I've tried a lot of different things. I see a colon hydrotherapist. I get colonics, which I will still probably continue to do because of parasite infestation. I did have a tapeworm, saw the evidence with my own eyes. Usually the first thing that people ask me when I tell them about parasite infestation, they ask me if I've ever been to a third world country, and I've never left the United States except to go to Canada for, maybe a day or so here and there. So anyway, that's a whole nother subject, but earlier I've done all kinds of detoxes and cleanses. Earlier this year was probably the best one that I did. It was with a company that sells essential oils, and I really started to feel a lot different when I did that. And it wasn't just diet, but they had a lot of supplements, and they talked about doing other types of cleansing, like oil pulling and skin brushing and things like that. And when I did start to do all those things, I did start to see some improvement in a lot of different areas. I would sleep better, my mood was better. So all of that just to say that I know that I'm not supposed to feel the way that I do. Probably my biggest complaint is brain fog. I've felt that for a long time. And, I want to be at the top of my game at work. And sometimes I'm sitting in a meeting and I'm totally spacing out. And it's not just because I just ate lunch and I'm ready for a nap, but, hey, I just ate a salad for lunch. I shouldn't feel like I'm ready for a nap and I can't focus on what's going on. So, I drink a lot of coffee, which, don't get me wrong, I love my coffee. But I also know that it's not necessarily the best for you, especially a lot of the brands that we have in the United States. But that's another subject. So anyway, looking forward to being on this journey, and this is my first video diary blog thing, so I'm excited. And so here we go. Here is my first true cellular detox cocktail, I guess you could say. So I'll see you next time. I'll give you an update maybe once a week, depending on how I feel and what's going on. And looking forward to sharing with you my journey. God bless.